What's up, guys? Chase fan number 9 here, and it's that time, everybody, to take a look at the throwback paint schemes for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series drivers. These will be the paint schemes that will be running in Sunday's Bojangles Southern 500, and just like the Xfinity Series race, I'm looking forward to this race on Sunday as well. I've seen most of these paint schemes already, but it's time for me to give my thoughts and opinions on every single one. However, though, there are only like one or two throwbacks that I have not seen yet. So when we get to that point, I will let you know which ones, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on that. So once again, for those who are wondering what this series is about, it's basically a series where we take a look at the paint scheme or paint schemes for a race, and I give my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, I know everyone else's opinion is different, and not everyone, like I said, is the same. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and not dig too deep into that. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. But before that, I am well aware that several drivers are not running throwbacks like Harvick, Ty Dillon, Stenhouse, and Busher, and I'm totally okay with that. Will I do a video on those? Maybe, but we'll see. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So our first paint scheme is Landon Castle's 00 Sterling Marlin throwback. This is a throwback to Sterling Marlin's Coors Light car. The only difference was Sterling Marlin drove the number 40. And I tell you, man, just like everyone else, I'm really digging this paint scheme. It's bringing back that old Sterling Marlin vibe. It'd be cool if Sterling Marlin attended Sunday's race and got a picture with Landon Castle and the guys with this car, and they do. I hope it will be worth it. But anyways, taking a look at the car, I like how they are bringing back the paint scheme dubbed the Silver Bullet, and I gotta say, it not only reminds me of Sterling Marlin. It kind of reminds me of Cole Custer's car, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it's the red numbers. And by the way, since instead of just saying it for every car, I do like the number fonts on some of these cars. So yeah, I have to give credit to them, especially this one. So yeah, I do like how they add the mountains along the bottom of the car to give it that throwback feel to it. So kudos to you, Starcom Racing. I do like the Starcom Fiverr and the letter font on here. It looks cool. Funny they put Coors Light on there, but I'm not really sure. Besides, they can sell die cast of this in small size without a stand because it's not doesn't have the official Coors Light sponsorship on there. So yeah. And speaking of which, Sterling Marlin's last win in his Cup career came at Darlington in 2002. I think I got that right. Yeah, it was. I know he could have won more, but it is what it is. But anyways, I really like this one. Go get him, Landon Castle. Next up, my man Kurt Busch running a throwback paint scheme that is patterned off his 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. And I gotta tell you, man, this paint scheme is giving off a Jamie McMurray vibe, especially with this thing. It reminds me of the McDonald's cars. I've always loved Jimmy Mac's McDonald's cars, and I tell you, man, this paint scheme just blows it out of the water. I know some people may not like this Monster Energy thing, but hey, it's not too entirely in the way of everything. And I see um they're putting Chevrolet accessories on the hood, so good kudos to those guys. So yeah, I like it. It reminds me of a Transformers character that I heard of recently. Forgot the name. I think it was Cliff Jumper. I think, but yeah, it was Cliff Jumper. Yeah, yeah, Cliff Jumper. He's a Transformer. I know from the Transformers series. It was an Autobot. Pretty cool. But anyways, back to this. Yeah, I like this one. Hope they sell a die cast But I know for the small size, I know they're gonna sell one with or without the Monster Energy logo. But other than that, I like this one. So good job, Kurt Busch. Next up, Brad Keselowski. Oh my goodness, picture's too big. Once again, Brad Keselowski is running a Miller Lite paint scheme. This is based off of Rusty Wallace's scheme that he ran in 1996. And I know it's once again Keselowski running another Miller Lite scheme, excuse me. But the only difference is the side right here with the red and blue. I think it makes it look better, and I looks like the yellow goes with it because I see some of it here, but that's just me. But yeah, I, I like the detail on it. Just this one, that's another Miller Lite car, but I like the detail on it. Don't get me wrong, and there are some paint schemes on here that I may or may not like, so be prepared for that. But yeah, I like it, and I like the yellow on here. Here too looks nice. The yellow numbering. He once ran a paint scheme similar to this at Michigan a couple of years ago, and I think he got a good finish out of it. So yeah, looks nice. Like the detail, but I wish it was a different throwback scheme. But don't worry, there's next year. So, but other than that, go Brad. Next up, Austin Dillon. Now, for those who don't know what this throwback is to, it's to a black and gold Oldsmobile Cutlass that Dillon's car owner Richard Childress drove in the late 70s. And I'm not entirely sure about this one. I mean, I like the gold, but I'm not really sure about. And I also like the letter font too. And just keep in mind the the theme for the throwbacks was the 90s, and some of these are not. I know some, and I understand that some of these are not attributing to that, but hey, this was they should just do like random next year, unless they want to stick with this format. And if they do, it's totally fine. But anyways, I'm not entirely sure about the black, but I gotta admit, it does look cool with the gold numbers on it. Don't get me wrong on that. Just yeah, I'm just observing it right now, but yeah, I'm not too sure about the black, but I like the gold though. Don't get me wrong. Now, just because I say I don't like a paint scheme, that doesn't mean I hate it. Okay. But anyways, but I do gotta admit that I like how the door is outlined by this gold line right here. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this one, but I do like the gold. Okay, and I noticed the red, white, and blue stripe down here, so yeah, I like it. Next up, Ryan Newman. Wow, this is a throwback, a Mark Martin throwback to the car that he ran in the 1993 7500, I think. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I didn't notice the thing at, below the picture, so yeah. But I think this one's. I'm not entirely sure because I did like Matt Kenseth's last year. This one's okay. I'm not saying I hate it. I do I do like it, but I'm not sure about this one if it's better than last year's. But I do gotta admit that do like the font on the number, and I like. What's funny is that they add the Wienermobile in the back. They did it last year at Kansas too, but yeah. But other than that, I kind of like this car a little bit. So yeah, been cool if they painted the wheels on some of these cars a different color, but I don't really care much really at this point. Next up, Daniel Hemrick. From what I hear, this is a throwback to the Caterpillar tractor's original gray and red colors. I'm not entirely sure. It would have been better if Daniel Hemrick ran a Dale Jr. throwback, but just hope Teresa doesn't sue. But But you guys kind of get my point. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of it, but I do like the letter font side. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about it, but that's just my opinion. But I do like the gray on it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm just not sticking with it. But thing is, I know these are stock photos. We'll just have to wait and see what happens when we go racing under the lights. So yeah. So moving on. All right. My favorite driver, Chase Elliott, running a Napa Auto Parts paint scheme, which is a throwback scheme that his father Bill ran once back in the 90s, I think. I think it is. But anyways, taking a look at the car, I do like how the lights of on the front of the Camaro are highlighted with the white. I'm really digging it. And just like last year, I like how they changed the number font. I know I said at the beginning of the video, but I just have to reiterate it again. It would have been really cool if he ran a Mountain Dew or Hooters throwback, especially the Kowicki, but I wouldn't be sure about it. But if he did, I would have to wait and see and give my personal opinions on it. But other than that, I'm really digging this car. I know it doesn't have a lot of detail, but I'm really digging it. It would have been cool if they painted the wheels white, but that's just me. But go chase. Wait. Okay, this. Oops, kind of big there. Eric Almirola's throwback to Tony Stewart's 2002 championship. I'm well aware that there's a picture of all three Stewart-Haas cars, but I'll just go one by one because I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's better for me that way. But take a look at the car. It looks nice. This would be die-cast worthy. And I'm telling you, if I ever see die-cast of this in the other Haas cars, I'm gonna be getting them. I'm gonna tell you, it will be worth it. But anyways, yeah, I like it. I wish they could have added more, but I don't mind. It'd been cool if they add Home Depot to pay homage to it, but I'm not really sure about it. But I like this one. But anyways, yeah. At some points in the video, because of the depending on how large the picture is, I'm gonna have to click on them, so just be prepared for that. I saw a picture of Denny Hamlin's car in throwback paint scheme that they showcased at Sonoma earlier this year. And I gotta tell you, it's really cool to see the chrome numbers on the side of the car. It's been a long time, but I gotta tell you, it's worth it. But take a look at the car. I like this one. I like this one. And once again, like the chrome numbers. Not sure about the top, but I like it. I like the detail. I like how there's goes from white and it fades all the way into black. I really do dig. I like the orange here, and I like how it just. I just like how it's there, because if it's not there, it wouldn't make it look good. And as you can see, it is a Darrell Waltrip throwback, and it's pretty obvious. So yeah, I like. It'd been cool if they showed the picture here of Denny Hamlin's car at Sonoma, but you guys have seen it already, and you guys kind of get an idea. But anyway, yeah, I'm really digging this one. Yeah, Hamlin, even though I don't like him as much anymore, I gotta admit he has ran some pretty good throwbacks in the last couple of years. 2016 and last year I liked, and 2017 as well when he won in an illegal car. You guys kind of get what I'm saying there, but yeah, I like them. 2015, not as much. Not that I hate it, I just wasn't a big fan of it. I know I don't have a face cam. It's because I don't have a real webcam that I can connect to, because it's not the camera. The laptop has a built-in webcam, but I'm saying I don't have a set or a solo webcam that I can connect to the computer. So yeah, so sorry about that. One day in the future I will, but we'll see about it. But anyways, like the one on Hamlin. Ryan Blaney, from what I hear, this is a throwback to Michael Waltrip's number 30 Shell Pennzoil car he ran in the 90s. and I'm not entirely sure. It kind of reminds me of Logano's paint scheme a lot. Yeah, well, I like it, but I'm just not digging it. Or maybe it's just me. We'll just have to wait and see when, like I said, when they go to practice tomorrow, and I'll see how everything goes. But I gotta admit, I do like how the wheels are painted yellow. It would look weird if it was painted red, but that's just me. But anyways, it's okay, I guess. Clint Boyer running a throwback paint scheme to Tony Stewart's last championship in 2011. He was running the paint scheme that's a homage to Tony Stewart's Office Depot Chevrolet, and I'm telling you, I'm really liking this car. My mom and I are were Tony Stewart fans, and I'm telling you, this will be worth getting as of a diecast. This will be a diecast that's worth getting. But anyways, take a look at the car. I like how it's got Mobile One on the back, on the left and right rear quarter panels. I like how it's got Rush truck centers on here, and it just gives off the Tony Stewart vibe. And I noticed it has the JDLegacy.com website on the side here. Not really sure about it, but it's okay. Unless he was assigned to have it on his car, but maybe it's just me. Hope Boyer can get a win this season. I do like the Ford license plate. I'm really digging it. And speaking of throwbacks, they are running throwback Goodyear tires. By the way, it'd been cool if they did one with Hoosiers on it, but I'm not sure if fans would like it. But anyways, yeah, I like Boyer's paint scheme. Next up, Kyle Busch. He is running a throwback paint scheme to Bobby Hillin Jr.'s Snickers car. The difference between Hillin's car and this car is that it's Hillen's car was Bush's car minus the one. So what I'm saying is Bobby Hillen's car number was number 8, and this car was ran 1999. I'm not a really big look. First of all, it's cool to see a different sponsor at Darlington other than running interstate batteries all the time. But I'm not really sure about it. But I do like how this right here wraps around the whole car. I saw Kamikaze Games and Eric Estep do their videos, and I saw how this wraps around the whole car. So yeah, not really sure about this one. I guess this has to be one of my least favorite. Like I said, I don't hate it. It's just one of my least favorite, but that's just me. But yeah, I like this one. So actually, take that back. I meant not really sure about this one, but anyway, it is what it is. Next up, teammate Martin Truex running a Darlington throwback to his Xfinity Series car from 2004 when he won back-to-back Busch Series championship. I'm not entirely sure about this one. I gotta admit that it's really cool that he's throwing back to something that he ran in the 2000s. Just like Kyle Busch and that other one I mentioned. I don't hate it. I'm just not. It's one of my least favorite, but gotta admit, it's okay. Especially with the fact that it's got Bass Pro Shop on. It'd been cool if he threw back to his Cup car, his early days in NASCAR when he was driving for Ganassi, but it doesn't really matter. But if he did, it would be really cool. Next up, first of all, I just want to say congratulations, Eric Jones, on 100 starts for the Sunday. Come a long way and done a lot ever since the first start, and now including that win at Daytona last year. And now, look, I understand you want to run a throwback to your late model days from your rookie year, but I'm not really sure about you doing a throwback to yourself. It looks pretty cool and all that, but I'm not really digging this one. Yeah, I think Hamlin's the better out of these three, but I gotta admit it's really interesting, especially with sports clips on it. Probably better than Denny Hamlin's scheme. It'd been cool if he did a Matt Kansas throwback when Dollar General was sponsoring him. But yeah, I'm not really digging this one. I don't hate it. I just digging it. But other than that, we'll just have to see again. And congratulations again, Eric Jones, on making it to on reaching the milestone of 100 Cup starts. It's funny how 100 Cup starts fly by so fast. So, good job, Jones. All right. First of all, I just want to say one thing. This is a badass throwback paint scheme. Wow, Paul Menard. I see you, man. You're really stepping it up this year. Something different. So, gotta give you lots of respect for that. This is a throwback painting that will honor the late Glenn Wood. Rest in peace to him. I'm telling you, man, I really love the number font on this paint scheme. I I like the gold here, I like the red and the black, how it's all black from the hood to the back panel. I'm really digging it. Of course, there's the picture here of Glenn Wood. I think this is a car that he ran in the 50s, 60s. I think I could be right or wrong on it, but can't read minds. But I'm really digging this one. And I see it's called the Wood Chopper, I guess. But that's just, I like how they put Glenwood's name on the side. It makes it look more classic, just like the picture too. Yeah, I'm really digging this. If I ever see a die cast of this, I'm gonna really get it, really get it, because it'll be worth getting. So it's been a while since I got a Menard's car. It would've been cool if he threw back to his Brickyard 400 win, but I wouldn't be sure if people would like it, just like some of the others we saw recently. But wow, I saw lots of people like this paint scheme, so yeah, I like it. So, Honard, gain back a little bit of your respect, so good job. Hope he pulls off a good finish in that car. Hey, wait a minute, why is Brittany in this photo? Oh wait, that's right, it's a Joey Logano throwback to Kevin Harvick's 2007 Daytona 500 win. Wow. And by the way, you should see the video for this. It's just hilarious. Because remember back in the day, Delane, Kevin Harvick's wife, used to wear a fire suit. Wow, looks like Logano's not the only one wearing a fire suit in this family. It's Brittany's turn. So I see you, Logano. Especially, I kind of find it funny. Not only is the video funny, I kind of find it funny you're throwing back to a guy that you used to have a grudge against. You all know, guys, what I'm talking about. But anyways, wow. It's cool to see someone like Logano throwing back to someone that they used to have a grudge. I just kind of find that really funny. So, a little bit of respect gained for you, Logano. I'm really digging it. But once again, you should go to J-Ski's website's Twitter page and you should check out the video. It's just hilarious. Some of these guys released a video regarding the throw, and I tell you, some of them are funny, especially the Larson one. Also, speaking of 22, Austin Cindric did release his throwback paint scheme. It's a throwback to a 1970 to a driver from the 70s that ran a Pontiac Catalina, I think. And I saw the throwback, and it looks nice. And of course, it's sponsored by Moneyline. But yeah, I saw. Yeah, sorry guys, it's not in the video. Some of these, I wish the Xfinity Series page had a section for the throwbacks on this website. And also, speaking of which, for the guys at this website, I do like your homepage. I do like the throwback; it looks nice. But anyways, moving on. Okay. Oh boy, I bet you all probably skipped to this part of the video for this paint scheme, especially we're at the 24-minute mark. And that paint scheme is William Byron's number 24 City Days of Thunder throwback car. And I'm telling you, wow. For those that don't know, that Days of Thunder is a 1990s racing movie. I have never seen it, but from what I heard, this paint scheme, the car in the background was driven by Cole Trickle, which is a name based off of Dick Trickle, Rest in peace, Dick Trickle, by the way. But anyways, the car is sponsored by Hendrick Auto Guard, which is a familiar sponsor we've all seen before on Barnes' car, but on that blue version of the car. But anyways, going to the paint scheme, it's nice to see William Byron running a Days of Thunder throwback. I know there were some drivers in the past that done this. And speaking of Days of Thunder, Kurt Busch, when he did Xfinity in 2013, he ran a similar paint scheme like this at Daytona when he was driving for Phoenix Racing in that #1 car. I know some people may not remember, but it did happen. If you don't believe me, then type up Kurt Busch #1 Phoenix Racing 2013 Days of Thunder car, and you guys get what I'm saying. But look at this car. Love how the green and yellow here like fade in. It's not like cut off with a single line, because that would just make the car look right, and I'm not gonna like it. But other than that, the car as a whole looks nice, and I'll bet some people are probably gonna get die cast for this one. And I hope your money's worth it, folks, because it's gonna be worth it. But the details altogether, I like it. I wish the number, I like how the number is outlined, but wish it could have been bolder, but the thing is, if it was bolder, it wouldn't make the car look right. But other than that, I love it. And I hope it shines bright under the Darlington sky. Anyways, when I first saw this paint scheme right here, I kind of find ironic? Dale Jarrett, just like Corey LaJoie, also had the same number 32. Especially with the fact that Corey LaJoie is driving this Dale Jarrett throwback to his number 32 Crunch Nestle car from the Busch Grand National Series. And I kind of find it ironic, but I'm really digging this car. It'd been cool if they added Crunch on the hood, but I guess they would have to get the rights to that. But I don't know the whole deal, but I like the font on the number, and yeah. All the paint schemes from Landing Castle to now I've all seen, but there's a few ahead that I have not seen yet. This paint scheme was ran in 1991 to be specific, and I like how it's given off the Dale Jarrett vibe, knowing that this car is ironically the same number that Dale Jarrett had. So yeah, I find it interesting. I'll bet when it shows up on the track tomorrow for practice, it's gonna be a dark blue, but that's just me. But overall, as a car, or as for the scheme altogether, I like it. Just hope it shines bright, just like William Byron. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not really digging this car, because it would have been cool if the 52 and J.J. Yaley ran this car, since that was Jimmy Means' number back in the day, and for the fact that Joey Gase was his driver, and Joey Gase also drove the 52. I'm not really a big fan of this car. I don't like this one, but I do like the blue on it. But I just don't like how. I just wish it would have been the 52 car running this paint scheme. But yeah, this is Michael McDowell's throwback to Jimmy Means, and it's sponsored by Dockside Logistics, a familiar sponsor for Front Row Motorsports. And yeah, I'm not entirely I'm not really digging this one. I do like how the wheels and the number are painted silver, don't get me wrong, but I just wish it was on the 52, because it'd been pretty cool if Joey Gase did a throwback like this to Jimmy Means back in his days in the 52 car. But yeah, I'm not really digging this one, but I hope I can be proven wrong. Next up, Matt Tifft is throwing it back to his family's racing roots. This is a throwback to a Michigan Motorsports Hall of Famer named David Hilliker's dirt late model car. And I gotta tell you, man, I like how Hilliker has his company, I guess, Hilliker Glass, Midland, Michigan, I think. And I also like how the number 5. I like how it's painted red right here. It looks pretty nice. Let's see. It says TEI Motorsports, or is that an L? I think it's an I. It could be. But other than that, I really do like the blue on this car. Personally, I don't have a problem with Matt Tiff, but I see why lots of people don't like him. But I don't really have a problem with him. Anyway, it'd been cool if they painted the wheels blue or red, but I'm not sure if it would match with everything. But I like how they add surface sunscreen to the back. I like how it says Tift along the side skirt here. Makes it look more classic. So yeah, I'm digging you, Matt Tiff. David Reagan, this is your last race at Darlington. Give your Shriners Hospital Darlington throwback a good run. This is a throwback to the late David Pearson and his 1969 Ford Torino Cobra. I like the font on the number font on this one. And I like how it's all blue on most of the body, while from the back, from the roof to the back, it's all gold, and how the hood is white and how the rims are gold. I'm really digging it. Not sure about this number, but I think black would make it stand out more. For those that don't know what the Shriners are, it's those people in the hospital that wear those hats. But I'll have to see what the full history is. But I like this picture and I like the car. I hope David Reagan can give a good run in your last race at Cup race at Darlington. And I hope it's worth it. So yeah, and I like how they add these right here. It makes it look more classic. I hope the recording is picking up the arrow moving. But yeah, I like this one. And I know there's another picture showing the both cars, but I'm just showing you this, just a throwback. But anyway, Daniel Suarez is throwing back to Tony Stewart's 2005 championship car, and I gotta tell you, gives off the logos on the side where it says Haas give off that Home Depot vibe. Besides, they have, I hope some people weren't sure if they were given the rights to use this. Well, but I think they did, because they're not just gonna throw it on here without their Home Depot's consent. But as far as I'm concerned, I like how it's giving off the Home Depot vibe, especially on the back here. I know some people may not be so sure about it, but I like it. I wish it said there were some additional sponsors here on the back. I like the paint scheme overall, but I don't like how the back here has nothing on it, because if it doesn't have nothing, it just wouldn't look right. It'd be really dope if Almirola and Soares ran orange wheels or white wheels to make the car look better, but that's just me. I like how the black and orange are separated by this white line right here. It'll make it look better. Makes it look better, especially here on the top as well. But yeah, it's pretty. I like it. Next up, Kyle Larson is running a Ricky Craven throwback to his Kodiak paint scheme with sponsorship from Credit One Bank and Clover, surprisingly. Am I the only one who thinks this is better than his mellow yellow car from 2015 or his car from last year? Maybe I'm wrong, but anyways, here's the paint scheme, and it gives off a St. Patrick's Day feel to it. It would have been really cool if he ran a McMurray throwback to his early days, because we all know McMurray drove the 42 early days with Ganassi, and but he chose not to. But I'm totally fine with that. But I like how one part of the car is dark green, especially here on the front, and how there's a line that's separating the white from the green and from the three-leaf clover green. Because if it, like other paint schemes on this list, if it wasn't there, it would just look ugly. And I would totally hate it if they made like a fade from here to here, because if they did, I wouldn't like it. But I like how they just stuck with this. This is a great paint scheme, and you can't deny that. And like I said, love that orange number. Hope it shines bright as well. Wow, I'm very surprised that this paint scheme is. I'm really shocked that this paint scheme is leading the Darlington throwback vote as of this point. It's been long overdue since someone has decided to run a throwback to the late Adam Petty. I'll bet Adam Petty's looking shining down happy on this paint scheme. Gotta tell you, Bubba Wallace, man, you're really gonna. If he wins the fan vote because of this paint scheme, I'd be shocked. This is a paint scheme, not for one that it's not just because Adam drove this paint scheme. It's to honor him altogether. I saw comments saying that it would be pretty cool if Bubba drove the 45 car just for this one race. Almirola did it at Martinsville in 2013 when he drove the 41. And if Bubba Wallace did run the 45, this would be the second time I've seen a race without the number 43 in the field. But I really love this car. And I know lots of people, just like William Byers, are going to be getting this car. And I hope it's diecast worthy because you know damn well some people are going to be looking for this. But yeah, I like this one. And of course, it's got Victory Junction on the hood. But I also like the picture in the back. Speaking of which, rest in peace to Adam Petty, y'all. Miss that guy. I wish he was still alive. Ugh. I mean, Adam Petty, you had so much potential, but fortunately, stuff happens. But other than that, I love this paint scheme. When I heard that Bubba was going to run a throwback, I thought it was going to be another STP paint scheme, but they decided to step it up this year. So, kudos to RPM for changing it up. So go get him, Bubba. Next up, Ryan Preece. This is a throwback to someone named Ron Bouchard, and there's the picture to show it. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of like this paint scheme, especially with how there's different colors in different areas, just like Reagan's car, like how it's white here, blue there, white car number, and red here. Yeah, I think the red makes up most of this car. See this paint scheme here and here? I wish they would do some drivers with throwback to these because it would have been pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really digging this paint scheme. Is Ron Bouchard alive? I think he is, because I to be honest, I do not know who he is, but I only know just from this picture. But yeah, but I do like how Priest is stepping it up a notch. So yeah, I like this one. I don't hate it. I like it. I just simply don't love it. I just simply like it. But yeah. All right. 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson running a throwback paint scheme to his Thunder Trophy truck days. This is throwback to the truck he ran in 1995. And I'm telling you, I've recently seen leaked pictures and I wasn't sure about it, but after it's released the other day on Monday, it's become reality. And I'm telling you, I'm really digging this car. I'm not saying I have nothing against this Coke 600 paint scheme, but I tell you, this has to be one of the second best throwbacks he's ran in recent time. I did like his throwback last year. Can't deny that. I know some people didn't like it, but I personally like it. But I just only wish if the numbers were outlined a little better and it would be. He should throw back to that car he ran in 2000 when he crashed at the Glen, that 92 car, but I don't know. That could probably curse this car, be a bad omen, but I like this one. I like the red lightning detail here, and especially on the hood too. I like how Ally is one color, not different colors, because if it was all different colors, it wouldn't look right. But yeah, I like it. This was taken at the shop, by the way, as you can see. I see they got some old junior stuff. But yeah, I'm digging this paint scheme, and I like how it says his name on the side here. I noticed that. You should see the other picture of him with this car in his truck. It looks really nice. So yeah, go get him, Johnson. Alright, Rick Ware Racing. I see ya. I have seen this one already, and I gotta tell you that this is a throwback paint scheme to a car that was ran in a movie called Stroker Ace from 1983. I gotta tell you, this paint scheme is really interesting. And when I first saw the picture in the background, I'm like, that looks like Burt Reynolds in the picture. Well, guess what? I typed it up, and guess what? That was Burt Reynolds. Rest in peace, man. But this is a really interesting car. I did like the car McLeod ran last year when he drove it, and it was a white, and it was a had a Dale Earnhardt resemblance to it. And I tell you, this man is dope. I like how Jacob Company. I like how the letters are outlined. It makes it. I like how it says construction too. And I like how it's a different color here, because if it was just white here and white there, it wouldn't look right. But I like how it's white. To me, it does this from remind me of Kurt Busch's throwback from earlier. But maybe that's just me. And also, once again, feel free to pause the video at any time to acknowledge this. This will be one of the longest videos on this channel to date, surpassing my Xfinity series video. But other than that, I like this one. I wish there would have been more associate sponsors on the front here, but I'm totally cool with it. Okay, I have not seen this paint scheme yet. JJ Yaley will be driving the 52 for Rick Ware this week. It's a throwback to Bill Blair. He was a driver from the early 50s, based on what the description here says. And this was when they were racing on the beach, not the speedway. And I, I have not seen a picture of what Bill Blair's car looked like, but I'm assuming this is what it looks like. I do like the font on it, but I'm not sure about it being all white. Yeah, I don't like the all white thing. I wish they could add more, and it'd been better if. But actually, you know what? It's actually kind of cool that the 51 and 52 are both sponsored by Jacob's Company. It actually looks nice, but I'm not really digging the whole all white thing. I know there's some detail on the side here, but I'm not really sure about it. At least with this picture, we get understand what the whole car looks like all together. But yeah, wow, Garrett Smithley in his first Darlington Cup race at Darlington, and his first race with Rick Ware, and he's already running a throwback. I'm like, what? I have not seen this paint scheme yet either, just like the 52. This is Rick Ware Racing's fourth, yes, fourth car. This is a throwback to 1973 Rookie of the Year driver Lenny Pone and his Pepsi paint scheme. And I'm really digging this. It looks really interesting, especially with the red and blue going down the sides of the car, especially where the car number's at and how it goes from front to the back. Well, it's pretty obvious because those were the colors of Pepsi, but yeah, I like it. I wish they would paint the wheels blue or white. It would make it look nice, but other than that, I'm actually really digging this car. So yeah, I'm digging it. And I noticed the headlights are all black, but I think they're gonna detail it. And I think the guys should be on their already at Darlington right now as we speak. So yeah, yeah, really interesting car, Smithley. I think Smithley's in this car for the fact that he may move to leave Xfinity and go to Rick Ware Racing for Cup full time next year. I think that's why he's in the 54. Because I heard something about it, but I wasn't sure. I'll have to double check again to be sure. But anyways, I'm really digging this one. I know there's some stuff here look kind of have throwbacks to it, but so that makes it look better. Next, it's sponsored by AQRE. Nice. Wow. You're a new team to the sport. You win Daytona with Justin Haley, one of the greatest upsets of all time. Inspire Motorsports is driving what could be one of their best paint schemes all season, and it's has to be one of the best throwback paint schemes from Underdog Guard that we've seen the last couple cars. Tops the 51, 52, and the 32, but that's just me. MRN Motor Racing Network celebrating 50 years of broadcasting, and all I want to say is I love the gold numbers on the side of the car. I don't like how the wheels are painted silver, but and yeah, I like it. MRN is considered like the voice of NASCAR, and also if I click on the image, whoa, that zooms in really close. Here is the look at those. I like how they add the radio station numbers on the side here. It makes it nice. I do love the gold numbers. Makes it look. I wish the wheels were painted gold. That would look nice. And of course, the driver this week in the 77 is Reed Sorensen. Nice to see him in a throwback. Chastain, Nemechek, and Gase haven't announced one, but it'd be cool if Nemechek ran a throwback to his time in that 01 car. I forgot the the thing, but I forgot the team's name, but it was the 01 car. So yeah, but I like it, and I like how they took the picture in front of MRN Studio. So I like this one, Sorensen. Got some more respect for you. So Spire Motorsports, you deserve a thumbs up for this. Don't worry, folks. We're getting close to the end. Next up, before I get into this one, I heard that MRN is considered the voice of NASCAR. So nice. Next up, my man Alex Bowman driving a Tim Richmond throwback to Tim Richmond's Folger's car. Folger's is the coffee. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm really digging this one. I just wish there was more detail on it. I do like the gold numbers, just like the 77. I'm really digging the gold numbers, and I like how it's gold. The splitter and the side thing here is all gold too. It just makes it look nice. And also, I forgot to mention, Larson did have a video regarding his throwback along with Kurt Busch, so go check it out on J-Ski's Twitter website. So yeah. But anyways, back to this paint scheme. I'm really digging it. And yet, I just wish there was just simply more detail. And I like how it's being sponsored by Exalted too. It makes it look nice. I wish the thing here was painted gold, but I'm not sure if if it would stand out or not. And by the way, if you're wondering, Bowman did not run a throwback last year. He ran the Lumark painting, which I totally don't mind. I'm pretty cool with it. But anyways, yeah, I'm really digging this one. Actually, you know what? It's just best that the logo for Exalted just stay the way it is, because if they painted everything gold from this to that, it just wouldn't make it look right. So, anyways, go Bowman. Here is the last paint scheme of this video, and that is Matt DiBenedetto's Darlington throwback. This paint scheme is a throwback to Toyota's original IMSA GTO program, and I'm telling you, I really like what makes this car look pretty cool. Is I like how it says Toyota 95. I'm guessing that's 95th anniversary, I guess. But I'm telling you, I like how the numbers on the front. If you've seen Garrett Smithley's, I like how the 63 on the 0 car is where it is, because it makes it stand. Well, it's because they're honoring Mike Miller, but yeah, I like them. But anyways, to this paint scheme, I really do love it. I like the number font. I like how it's representing the colors of Toyota: red, orange, and yellow. You know that paint scheme, guys, that DiBenedetto ran at Sonoma for Darrell Waltrip? It'd been cool if he ran this as a throwback paint scheme for this week, but I don't mind him running this one. It's not saying he shouldn't run this paint scheme. I was okay with the first one, but with that one, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm really digging this one. I just wish there were more. They added more details, like additional coloring. But I guess but the thing is, I want things to be accurate. So you know what? It's just best they just leave it how it is. And also, speaking of throwbacks, that paint scheme, the Benedetto Rant Sonoma, the Darrell Waltrip tribute car, Ricky Stenhouse ran a similar paint scheme, an identical paint scheme to that for the Darlington race in 2015. If you don't believe me, he did run it. And yeah, so yeah. But other than that, I love this paint scheme for De Benedetto. Hope he redeems himself this week. And anyways, I guess that wraps it up for today. So guys, thank you guys for sticking with me for 50 minutes. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell down below to get notifications from my videos. And with that, I'll see you guys all in the next video. And until then, have a good night, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.